Welcome to That's My Biz, featuring two fly moms who are about their biz. Join me, Pamela, and my homegirl Ginger as we share the crazy ins and outs of juggling life, motherhood, relationships, entrepreneurship, and all that in between. Make sure to check in with us every Tuesday for a new episode and follow on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a beat.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of Carolina Sports Talk. It's your man, Big Cliff. As always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts or wherever podcasts are available. Make sure you hit us up on the email, cliff@carolinasportstalk.net, or you can find us on Instagram at carolinasportstalk.net. I am excited to be with you guys once again. For those of you who listen to our Wednesday show, you know that we said we had a special surprise for you. And without further more said or done, welcome to the first ever Carolina Sports Talk NCAA basketball tournament special. I know you guys wanted it, so I felt like it was my obligation to give it to you. No, really, stop it. You're being too kind. You're being too kind. You're being too kind. But another little quick surprise for you. Back by popular demand, because the people were asking for it. They were chanting. They were crowding. They were saying, "Where is he? The people's champ. We want DJ High Star," so you got DJ High Star in the building, baby. DJ High Star, holla at the people.
What's good? What's good? Shemaine, man, DJ High Star back in the building once again, man. By the people, Cliff does mean Big Cliff. And I'm glad to come out here once again. I'm glad to be in studio. With the in-studio appearance this week.
Yeah.
So, the audio's a lot crispier and all of that.
So they know you got bass in your voice.
Exactly. They know that I'm not talking to you from a Nokia phone or a BlackBerry.
A Blueberry. But no, listen, speaking of blueberries, you sent me a nice little juicy one over there with that airdrop. Pause.
I didn't know where you were going.
Yes,
indeed,
picture.
indeed. Yeah. Shout out to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, always moving the culture forward.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the wide leg jeans this time. He actually showed some love to 6 different NCAA squads with a pair of retro Jordan 5s, if I'm not mistaken, with their own team-specific colorway. So the 6 teams included is, of course, his illustrious alma mater, the North Carolina Tar Heels. We also had in there Marquette University, University of Michigan Wolverines, Florida Gators were in there, Oklahoma Sooners, if I'm not mistaken, Georgetown Hoyas were in there as well. Am I missing one? Florida Gators, Oklahoma Sooners, Marquette, Michigan,
Chapel Hill,
UNC Chapel Hill, and Georgetown, of course. So shout out to those colorways. We're going to get that up on the IG page. So you guys can kind of give your opinions on what your favorite colorways are. Mine's in that specific pack there, the Georgetown colorway, and I really, really am a fan of that Marquette University, that navy blue. I wasn't going to do it to you, bruh. Go ahead.
Nah,
go ahead.
You already know where I'm going.
I saw you waiting.
Hungry, waiting, man. That Carolina blue, baby.
Fire.
Name one shoe that Jordan made that just doesn't look good in that Tar Heel blue, man.
Indeed. Yeah, absolutely
exactly.
Right.
So, shout out to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, as you call him. MJ did that, though, man. I know those guys were going to say, they're going to be happy with that. Now, we had a private off-air camera
convo or
unrecorded about whether or not they should play in them or if they should just keep them and
rock them,
put them on ice
for style.
Now, because you're the guest, I'm gonna let you go ahead and give your opinion. You heard mine earlier, and the people will hear mine afterwards. But what do you think?
Me again, and along with my superstitions, I'm just like a guy of consistency and routine. So if I have some on-court sneakers that I, been doing my thing in. I'll probably look to maybe wear those to the stadium or to the arena, and
just
then
rock 'em as
change
the
out
fresh.
like leading all the way. Like I might even wear those in warm ups and stuff, and then leading all the way up to the game, then switch
on.
into my situations.
And that's where I said on the other end, I would love to have like my whole team squatted out in them things, man. Like from the center all the way down to the point guard to the number 5 man on the bench. Like, nah, we wearing these in the game, man, because there would be nothing for me like saying I wore some fresh J's that ain't nobody else got playing and hooping in an NCAA tournament game. Because like until you've had those experiences, like a lot of people don't realize what it means to be in something like that. If you played in a championship, even if it was a high school level, like certain, you know what I'm saying, championships that you do that, or like pin relays when my squad made it when I was an undergrad, like
even mid-levels, NAIA and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so to say that you there and you in some fresh, man, that would be dope. So, yeah, like I said, shout out to MJ. But as we get the program moving forward, as I mentioned, it is our first NCAA special. And so we are going to jump right in and with the coverage, first play-in game. So without further ado, Norfolk State playing in the 16 seed automatic bid from the MEAC, finishing 8-4 versus Appalachian State, the automatic bid from the Sun Belt. Now, overall, the ratings have the Norfolk State at 200 overall with a 204 ranked offense and a 219th defense. And then Appalachian State is coming in as the 209th ranked overall and the 227th ranked defense. So what do you think? You familiar with the teams? You think you're going to lean in one way or another for the kind of playing game for the 16th?
So look, man, you talking to DJ High Star. So, of course, I'm not familiar with the teams. No, I'm just playing.
We're only doing a show about it.
Nah, but on a serious note, we were breaking it down. And you and I were kind of talking about this game prior to, just because I mentioned to you the whole Kyle O'Quinn thing. Being a New York Knicks fan, Kyle O'Quinn, NBA center, back in 2012, he really led the Spartans of Norfolk State, and they beat Missouri. They had a nice little run in the tournament. I think that was probably the last time they kind of made noise in the tournament. But this particular year, the matchup is a little tough. The only reason I say that, 4 of App State's players are averaging double figures right now when it comes to scoring.
Yep, they're on that 4-game winning streak too.
Come again?
That's a big part of their 4-win streak right now too. So
now Norfolk State, they do have some momentum, and they've got just a lot of momentum on their backs from what they've done recently. But yeah, again, the numbers don't lie. It looks like they got that App State may have that as well, where it's a little bit more spread out. They've got a little average over 4 rebounds a game, compared to Norfolk State, where it. Again, the numbers are just a little bit more in favor of App State.
Yeah, overall, I think the pick with this one has Norfolk State as a 2.5-point favorite. So if we're gonna go ahead and pull our picks, what's your pick for this game here? Going with the MEAC? Or
I was gonna say Norfolk State is a HBCU, ain't they?
They are, yeah.
Come on. Pinning me up against the Carolina team and HBCU, but hey, man, sue me. I'm rooting for everybody that's black, so I guess let's go with Norfolk State. I think in the early round, that's the time you can give folks your best punch.
Exactly, and so I think we're gonna lock that one in. Both of us are going with Norfolk State on that one. Moving along, we are going to take a look at Florida State versus UNC Greensboro. Now, Florida State is coming in as a number 4 seed, and the UNC Greensboro is the number 13 seed for the tournament. Florida State finished in 6th with a 11-4 ACC record. They're actually getting the at-large bid, having lost in the ACC tournament championship. And then UNC Greensboro is coming in at 21-8. Overview on this one.
Again, with just program recognition and stuff like that, I don't see Florida State really fumbling that, but that conference that UNCG is a part of is a pretty strong conference, and UNCG they've produced all year, and they have a pretty good squad. I don't see like Florida State dropping that one. So
No, I agree. And even though UNC Greensboro is coming in with their leading scorer, Isaiah Miller, who is a walking bucket, he's averaging 19.3 points, 4 assists, and another 2.6 steals for the season. I just don't see him and the rest of them having enough firepower for the number 4 Florida State Seminoles. So I think we kind of synonymous in this one. We don't need to go through the picks. We both taking Florida State in this one.
yeah,
7-seeded Clemson facing the number 10 Rutgers. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited about this one. You know, like I said, I root for everybody in the Carolinas, and because Clemson is an ACC team, I do watch them. Although they're never going to be root for if they're playing the Tar Heels, but that's neither here nor there. Clemson comes in at 16-7 for the season with a record in conference of 10, having received another at-large bid, and they're going to face the number 10 seeded Rutgers, who have a 15-11 overall record with a 10-10 Big Ten record. So, what you think about this?
Well, the program, the only thing about Rutgers to me, a pretty impressive resume, but their last 2 losses itself, they took a loss to Illinois and a loss to Nebraska, both in March. They're pretty, I would say, bad losses. Definitely over, double digits. I believe both was over 20-point losses. So, those just going into the tournament, and their Illinois game was their last game that they actually played. So those going into the tournament, I don't think that does well for their momentum. Give me Clemson on this one as well. I'll take Clemson on this one.
Well, I will tell you what. Even though Clemson had a rough stretch, much like a lot of teams throughout the league, they had some pauses due to COVID-19, and afterwards they were just getting destroyed, similar to.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, just kind of blown out in games.
All right. Okay, all right, let's reel it in.
And so. They did manage to recover, though. The fact that they're here in the NCAA tournament and relatively high seed just shows what the committee believed in them. And I think I'm inclined to go with you. Despite the slow stretches at certain times, they overall as a team are a worthy tournament team. Sims seems like he's the real deal, and I think he can lead them at minimum to a victory over the number 10 Rutgers Scarlet Knights. So. As we move forward, we are going to come to my favorite game of the tournament. I am anticipating and looking forward to this game very, very highly, that features the number 5 Villanova Wildcats versus the number 12 Winthrop Eagles. Rock Hill stand up. Rock Hill State. Let's go. So as many of you know, we record here live in the heart of the Carolinas at Rock Hill, South Carolina. Currently, we are recording live in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is Carolina Sports Talk, featuring yours truly, Big Cliff. Got my guy sitting in today.
Guest star. Main man, DJ High Star.
DJ High Star in the building. We already know what it is. But this game is unique for 2 purposes. I've got a soft spot in my heart for Villanova. Chris Jenkins is my nephew. His father is my line brother, fraternity brother, great friend. And I've been a fan of Villanova and what Coach Jay Wright has been doing up there ever since he took Chris in and won a national championship with him, albeit over my Tar Heels. It was a bittersweet moment, but again, I remember that young guy shooting basketballs when he could barely pick up a basketball, and to see him hit that great shot. Like I said, I've just been a fan of Villanova ever since. However, Winthrop Eagles, baby. So this matchup is going to feature the number 5 Villanova Wildcats coming in at 16-6. With an 11-4 Big East record. They are an at-large berth, having not won their conference tournament. And they are facing the number 12 Winthrop Eagles with a record of 23-1. With their 17-1 in the Big South, they are also they are an automatic bid. So Winthrop is, I'm gonna hold off in true form. What are your thoughts about this one here, High Star?
Oh man. That's going to be a great game.
Man, it is.
Great matchup. 2 great programs. With Villanova, people always, allude to their strength of schedule or kind of the teams that they play all of the time and stuff like that. So even with their tournament berths, it's always kind of a given. You look at Winthrop, they're on a however many game winning streak. I mean, I know that their last 5, that they swept their last 5 games, but I know that they've been tearing it up, of course, with their 23-1 record. Villanova, a couple of their notable losses recently to Georgetown, to Providence. Those 2 have been real close games, losing both by 2 points and 1 point respectively. All that being said, I honestly think that Winthrop's having a special season, and it's not going to stop with the first round out in the tournament, even in the Big South tournament, the way that they dominated and kind of left their footprint on the Big South tournament. I think that they're going to perform at least through the first round and upset a lot of Villanova and a lot of Wildcat fans, a lot of Big East fans are going to be surprised.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. Anybody who listens to this program should not be surprised, will not be surprised. And if you're filling out your brackets, this one is the Carolina Sports Talk lock of the tournament. The number 12 Winthrop Eagles will beat the number 5 Villanova Wildcats, and here's why. You just mentioned it, that Villanova is 0-2 in their last 2 games in losses to Providence and to Georgetown. One thing that you didn't say, the reason that they have lost that is because they are down their star point guard, Mr. Gillespie, who was their leading scorer and rebounder. Since he has been gone, they have not won a game. He is integral to what they have done all season long, and with him out, they are in disarray. You match that up with the fact that they are coming against this hot Winthrop Eagles team led by Chandler Valdrin, who I honestly believe is going to be, if not a first-round lottery-ish type, at the minimum, he's going to be a draftee, and he is going to be a contributor on a team next year. The guy has all of the size. He's got all the moves. He is a walking triple-double threat. He is just quality basketball. And so I honestly, I'm laying this as my lock that despite apparently the odds are going with me with the spread, Winthrop 6.5 point favorites. So I thought I was telling y'all something new, but apparently not. Winthrop is a lock to win this game. You can go ahead and put money on that. So that brings us to the last game of the Carolina Initiates in the men's tournament, and that is to good old Carolina, the number 8 seed North Carolina versus the number 9 seed Wisconsin. So the Tar Heels come in with an overall record of 18-10, having finished with a record of 10-6 in the ACC. They got one of the at-large bids as well, and they are facing the number 9 Wisconsin team that is 17-12 overall with a 10-10 Big Ten record. So, High Star, what you think?
Well, being a Tar Heels fan, I lean to them. I'm trying to be objective as possible without the subjectivity, if you will. Taking a quick glance at Wisconsin, though, they're kind of hobbling into the tournament, if you will. The resume must have just got them, kind of in there, if you will. Looks like 7 out of the last 10 games they've dropped. A couple of close losses, but at the same time, just, again, only 30% winning percentage in the last 10 games is not the way that you want to go into the tournament. Mm-hmm. So those are the reasons that I'm rooting for my Carolina Tar Heels. However, it's not one of those years where I'm like blinded like a Dallas Cowboys fan. Like, oh, we gonna do it, y'all. This is our year. We gonna do it. We lost our most, recent game against Florida State, dropped that by 3 points. But leading up to that, since the Duke game, we have been playing pretty good basketball, taking care of business and getting those W's. So hopefully we carry some of that momentum over into the tournament.
Absolutely. And now I'm going to tell you what's going to spell like just nightmares for Wisconsin is if we do what we do best, they are not going to have a chance with us. The Tar Heels are the number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country, snapping in 41.3% of their missed shots. That is going to be a hindrance for Wisconsin. And even though they are leading, second best in the country with only a 13.5 turnover percentage rates, if they have any turnovers, they're not going to get the ball back. We're either going to score or we're going to rebound, and they are going to be in trouble. But overall, this is one of the closest spreads in the game, with the odds makers having the Tar Heels a 1.5 point favorite. So it sounds like you're locking in for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Tar Heels on this one. That's the fandom in me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it as well. This might as well be a pick'em game. I'm gonna take the points, and I'm gonna take my Tar Heels. And so overall, it should absolutely be an amazing tournament. I am excited. I am looking forward to just sports. I know I'll be sitting in my office at work with the basketball game on my phone, my iPad, and on my computer screen, because that's just how I get down. So, High Star, we appreciate you coming out for this special with us. Anything last you want to say to the people?
Outside of, I appreciate you guys, putting up with me for another episode and having me on another episode. Looking forward to what happens in this tournament, Everybody keep your mask on. Brush your teeth before you put on your mask.
Absolutely. The man just dropping knowledge on y'all. So let's make sure we follow that and wear our masks and take care of ourselves. But again, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Carolina Sports Talk. Make sure you check us out wherever your podcasts are available. Hit us up on the Carolina Sports Talk email at cliff@carolinasportstalk.net, or you can find us on socials, Instagram at Carolina Sports Talk. Until the next time, peace.
May I have your attention, please?